Let it go.
We're coming at you from beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as the 76ers prepare to take the court. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they won their last contest, that game against the Magic in Orlando. And they played brilliant basketball, too, guys. A dominant performance.
Well, they did a nice job of playing together as a team, creating open looks for each other. And they were...
Here's Holiday. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Well, Doug Collins and I had a few minutes to catch up. He talked about what an even matchup this is and said he expected a very tightly contested game. When two teams are so alike, more often than not, it comes down to the very last moments, or even a little bit of luck. We'll see if he's right, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. So it really could come down to Clark, the coaching matchup.
Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you look at the talent on the court, and it's very similar, both sides of the ball.
Steve, your thoughts?
Well, the matchups are really interesting here, Kevin, as you guys talked about. Very evenly matched in terms of talent. So I think, you know, the substitution patterns of these respective coaches will have a lot to say at who decides this game.
You know, even though Philly got bounced early by the Heat last year, you have to think it was a very valuable learning experience for that team, especially as young as they are.
Garrett, Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. The 76ers trail by 3. Outside Williams. And Holiday kicks to Brand. Lee with the steal.
Boy, good anticipation. A solid.
And he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Yes, indeedy. Boy, I love that one. That's not just any plain dunk. That has some panache to it.
That's an energizer, guys. That is an energizer.
That is, and that will lift the whole team up.
Williams passes to Holiday. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. They defeated Indiana in the West.
Well, it was a good win, but it has to be pointed out that they didn't get much resistance from the opposing defense.
Yeah, to me it looked like they were bamboozled and confused. I mean, they didn't seem to be very well prepared for what got thrown at them.
Here's Garrett, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, the Rockets, like a lot of Western teams, really took advantage of their schedule versus the Eastern Conference. They went 18-12 versus Eastern Conference foes.
Spates checked in for Thaddeus Young, and he makes both free throws. And the Rockets going against the East. He just told us those nice records, those nice wins they had. They really took advantage of that club.
Yeah, they did. The Eastern Conference is tough at the top, but it still has probably almost twice as many bad teams as the West does. I mean, you look at it and you see the number of teams over 500 in the West. There's 2 or 3 teams don't make the playoffs in the West with better than 500 records. And the Rockets know they needed every win they could get, and they didn't overlook anybody for the most part.
Outside, Martin. Lee outside. Just 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Lets the free fly. Gets it to go. Williams has got 5 now. The 76ers trail by 8.
You know, last year a bit of a weird one for Terrence Williams. I mean, he started out with the Nets and then eventually was traded to the Rockets mid-season.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
The feed to Patterson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Mark, you brought up Terrence Williams. He broke some rules in New Jersey, too, and they sent him, Steve, remember, to the D-League as punishment.
Yeah, so talented. I mean, Terrence Williams is a guy, when you look at him and you watch him play, you think, man, he could be a star. So for him, it's a matter of maturity. If he can grow and learn how to just work on his game and keep his focus on improving his game and helping the team, he's got a chance to be special.
That one is no good.
You know, the Rockets have tried to be as efficient as possible acquiring talent on the cheap. I mean, there isn't anybody in the building that didn't appreciate that throwdown.
Well, Steve, that's as fancy a finish as you could possibly get.
A serious degree of difficulty on that one.
Kevin, a lot of times it's expected that your franchise player on the team be a huge scorer, but for Andre Iguodala, that's not his best role. He can give you 16 or 17 points a game, but it's stuff in the stat sheet where he excels.
Even numbers. Outside Williams. Back to Holiday. Outside Williams. Takes a three. Garrett rips it down inside. And Clarkson Iguodala isn't going to be your primary scorer on this Sixers team. You know, I wonder, Steve, if they still think they need to find that go-to #1 scorer.
No question, they need to find a go-to scorer because Andre Iguodala, as talented as he is, really more of a point forward than anything. And when the Heat beat Philadelphia in the first round of the playoffs last year, that lack of a consistent score was really exposed for the Sixers. Nice time to use that foul to stop the layup.
You know, if you can save just 1 point, that foul was the right move.
Well, once Allen Iverson left Philadelphia several seasons ago, it seemed like the 76ers lost their identity. But this past season, they started to carve out a niche for themselves. They're a young, athletic team that defends, and they play hard together.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. When you move out of an era like that, you talked about that, Steve, it does take time to find an identity. Clark, you've been through that as well, and you can certainly appreciate what the 76ers are going through.
Yeah, they certainly are building a nice identity, and they're basing it on toughness under head coach Doug Collins, Kevin, and that's impressive. They're definitely a team to keep an eye on. They're on an upswing, no doubt.
And Spates gets it to go. Spates has got his second bucket of the night, and it's Houston's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Outside Williams. Now the pass to Scola. Coming off a solid outing against Indiana. Good luck. That's good on the jump shot. He's got 11.
Doug Collins was just what the 76ers needed, it seemed, as he was able to turn them around from a lottery team and get them back into the playoffs.
Holiday dishes to Spates. Clock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. And the Rockets going the other way now. Well, back to Doug Collins. He brings a more deliberate approach to his teams. And I think, Steve, teams kind of like that change of pace a little bit. Doug's a great teacher.
He sure is. And I thought the 76ers really benefited from Doug's presence last year. He gave them some structure. He gave them an identity. And by the end of the season, they were really a good team.
Here's Nocioni. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Martin. Rockets leading by 12. 11 points in the game. There's the triple. And he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. And as we conclude the first quarter, here's Garrett. Fired short, but gets the kind roll and goes in. He's got 13.
He's got so many ways to hurt you. I mean, he is really an offensive force out there.
So on the floor for Houston, Garrett in at shooting guard. Terrence Williams is out there with Martin. Then it's Scola, and it's Lowry in at the point. And Young kicks to Williams.
What a steal. That's some excellent defense right there.
Here's Garrett. Oh, man. Phenomenal play. Now the replay from the Sprite Slam Cam.
I'm thinking about sending this guy a get well card. That man is sick.
I don't know, Clark. He looks pretty healthy to me.
Oh, come on, Clark.
Brand passes to Williams. And that's good. What a shot that time. Williams has got his first bucket of the night. Rockets leading by 14. Holiday against Lowry. Fader on the way. Tries again. The rebound by Holiday. Here's Philadelphia. It's a 14-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
You know, sometimes you worry about a letdown when you play a weaker team, but that didn't happen last year. They handled this team in both games.
He's got 15. Here's Garrett.
Boy, that was a tremendous rebound for a pint-sized fella. That's how tough he is. Not intimidated at all in the paint.
Holiday against Lowry. Iguodala outside. Got a piece of it.
Boy, that was a serious heave there. You can't blame him too much for not being able to corral it in.
There's the bucket. Good. 17 points in the game.
Seems like that finger roll just comes naturally to him. Great touch.
Here is Williams. He had 13 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando. The point you made a second ago, Steve, was true. They took them as seriously as they would any other opponent, despite where they stood in their conference.
And we all know it. That's one of the marks of a good team, guys. They don't take anybody lightly. They bring the same focus and intensity to every game.
Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for Houston. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And some changes here for the 76ers. Spates checked in for Iguodala. Turner comes in for Lou Williams. And Daniels subbed in for Drew Holiday. And the Rockets also making a change here. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Stolen by Martin.
Great job defensively, getting out and forcing that turnover.
Garrett, the finger roll finish at the bucket. 19 points in the game.
How often have we seen him, Kevin, create wide open chances for himself like that?
Here's Turner.
Guys, you look at how Philly did against the West last year, and they were able to hold their own against the toughest conference of the two.
Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Moment to see how the schedule is looking for Philadelphia. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here is Daniels. Back to the 76ers. They have the tools to match up well with Western teams.
Well, they have a lot of speed and quickness on that roster, and that gives them the ability to guard wing players, to force turnovers, and to get out and run. So this is a team that has a lot of potential, Kevin.
Nice little rebounding advantage they're enjoying here.
Yeah, and that's the reason they've got this big lead. I mean, they're dominating the glass and really being tougher than their opponent.
And it's Martin picking him up. Turner covered by Martin. Daniels kicks to Spates. Shot clock at 6. To stop the run. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. They get Luis Scola.
You know, guys, after 4 seasons with Coach Adelman at the helm, the Rockets front brass decided to go in a new direction this offseason. A little bit surprising because of Rick Adelman's respect and success around the league. A bold move for a franchise, not afraid to think differently. I think Adelman did a great job helping that team overachieve, though.
Gotta love the execution out there, and it's going to be very tough to beat them if they continue to play like this.
Still a lot of time left, but I agree with you, Steve. I mean, a lead like this won't be easy to erase the way they're playing.
And the 76ers call time here. And Steve, you know, Adelman wasn't in favor of the new direction that the front office wanted to go with the Rockets.
Well, that disagreement had to be a big reason they parted ways, because the front office was not very specific about exactly what they wanted to do. But I guess we'll find out soon enough here in the years to come.
And here is Turner, looking for his first bucket of the game.
With that basket, it's now 6 points off of their giveaways this quarter.
Yeah, they got to tighten things up out there, Clark. I mean, they are not playing well at all. It's time to take care of the ball and get some good shots.
Well, you know, last year Martin came close to setting a record by nearly leading the league in threes made and free throws made. Kevin Martin, I'm speaking of. That would have been quite a feat.
Daniels dishes to Brand. Shoots. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Tough miss. I mean, not much defense. He had a really good look at the hoop.
He's got 21. Six on the shot clock. Dishes to Williams. From past the arc. And another 3 for Houston. Well, back to that record of Kevin Martin's. Yeah, he came very close to it. You know, Steve, those are things you excelled in. Free throws. 3-point shots made.
Well, I could make free throws. I just couldn't.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The Rockets on top, running away with it.
And it's a blowout underway in Philadelphia. As we present the HP Halftime Report, I'm Damon Bruce. It's been the Rockets having their way. They're off to a hot start this season. They'd like to continue that hot streak in this game. A tremendous first half for Terrence Williams. He's got 8 points and has set his teammate out at Amway Center. It was the Magic losing to the Jazz. It wasn't even close.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Here's Holiday. Brand and Spates are in the middle. Holiday at the 1 with Iggy at the 2. And it's Young in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Outside Holiday. And Spates gets it to go. Spates has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the 76ers. And here are the Rockets now. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. The offensive rebound. Hill slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
Well, that's the way to corral that rebound and then go back up with force. Make them feel you.
Yeah, you know, Clark, the work he does on the offensive glass has always been so impressive.
Now, that might be where he's most valuable to this team.
Iguodala outside. He kicks it to Spates. Hill's there. Spates, the pass to Iguodala. An easy 2 points on the layup. Iguodala's got his second basket of the night. Houston in total control. Here's Garrett. Nails it.
He continues to do everything well out there.
You know what? And it's really hard based on that to determine what he's done best so far.
And Holiday kicks to Young. Spates with a screen on Budinger. Brand outside. Lee against Iguodala. Shoots the 3. Gets the bucket. Iguodala's got 5 points now this quarter.
He is not the guy you want to leave open behind the arc, guys. I mean, come on. You got to understand who you're defending.
Shot's good.
A little bit of a struggle defensively. They got to defend the hoop.
I'm not sure they could have gotten there anyway.
Out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
And took a gamble there to try to disrupt that pass.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get a hold of it, but still a nice play.
And the 76ers making a change here. Bracken's checked in. Houston with a big group substitution here. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Hayes. Patterson comes in for Jordan Hill. Terrence Williams is checked in for Chase Budinger. And it's Martin in for Courtney Lee. Holiday dishes to Iguodala. Stolen by Martin.
Tried to use the pump fake there, but the defense didn't buy it.
Williams. Shot is no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
I like what the Rockets have done with their roster. They've got a lot of talent, but in a league where superstars really put you over the top, that's one thing Houston has not been able to accomplish, finding a star player. And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Here's Scola. Hits the close-range jumper. Scola's got 6 points.
Boy, he set him up beautifully with that assist, room service style.
Steve is GM formerly in this NBA with Phoenix. You know all about that, trying to get other players to come to your team. And last season, the Rockets certainly were in the mix for Carmelo Anthony. They've thrown their hat in the ring, Clark, trying to get some star players down there.
Yeah, they have, but, you know, the right deal just didn't seem to present itself. They've said now they'll try to build around the pieces they have, but with that minutes crunch, no surprise to see them keep trying to land that big-time star.
Here's Garrett. Holiday knocks it loose, and they get it back, and the shot is good. Flynn's got his first 2 points.
They have a nice lead here, and have really controlled the glass for the majority of the game. Kudos to them for their strong effort on the backboard.
Yeah, and they're sending a message too, Clark. They're really coming out and playing a very physical game here.
I love the energy and enthusiasm that Johnny Flynn, the 6th overall pick in 2009 out of Syracuse, plays with. Just got to continue to add to his shot.
Pass to Iguodala. This one for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Well, you've got to like the focus that they're showing here in the second half. I see a lot more effort as well. I mean, it's amazing when you lock in mentally and bring some energy and intensity, things can pick up in a positive way for you.
Budinger, no good. Clark, speaking about Johnny Flynn, his athleticism is also such a big part of his game. He had surgery on his hip prior to last season, missed the first 2 months of the year. And Steve, when he returned, he didn't have that same burst, I noticed.
Yeah, hopefully he can get back healthy again, because when he came out of Syracuse, I mean, his ability to run that high pick and roll made him a favorite among NBA scouts. It wasn't just Minnesota that felt he was going to be a great point guard. So he's not been able to do it to this point. Let's hope Johnny Flynn can get healthy and develop and really work that talent that he's got.
Here's Dragic. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Garrett, and the 3 ball is good. Garrett. And he has 28 points for the game.
And he'll look for the 3 anytime he can get it, especially in transition. And this careless play is a big reason why they're trailing in this game.
Yep, 5 points given up off turnovers this quarter, Steve. Those things add up. You figured it was just a matter of time before Mikal found his way back to a sideline. I mean, he just has too much love for the game and wanted to be in the middle of the action, so he couldn't stay away too long.
Backing him down is Iguodala. From deep 3-point range, Rockets with the rebound.
Well, getting back to Mikal, it'd be very interesting to see what he can do, as this will be the first time out of the Timberwolves franchise. So a second opportunity for Mikal.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA and 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Player of the Game.
Huge game tonight for someone with your level of experience. Do you feel you were capable of this type of play this early, or did it just come out of nowhere?
Man, if you ever watched me play, this most definitely didn't come out of nowhere. I've been projected as an NBA superstar for years, and this is just the beginning of my fulfillment. There were a few people that said I'd never make it, and look where I am now. So to all of you, keep watching, because I'm going to spend the rest of my career proving you wrong over and over and over again.